During the Great Depression, migrant workers, often referred to as hobos, developed a system of signs and symbols to communicate with one another as they moved from place to place. In particular, they used this language of symbols to help those who came after them learn from their experiences. They let future workers know where they might find a friendly or hostile reception. Ultimately, they guided others and gave direction. The symbols themselves were often carved or written in chalk on fences, lampposts, and trees, and the Q symbol was of the highest value. It was used to encourage others that this was a good road to follow. This symbol is used in the Quest logo as an extension of Columbia's vision to extend Jesus' invitation to follow after him. Our aim is to help young adults to holistically respond to this invitation with everything they are, and that they will form a foundation of discipleship that helps them to follow Jesus for the rest of their lives.
I designed this program 17 years ago and had my own sons in mind. I wanted it to be the best experiences of their life to date. And so put absolutely everything in it that I wanted to do, many of the things I'd never done, but it added a dimension of excitement for me and hopefully an excitement for young adults. From the beginning, Quest was designed to enable young adults to encounter God, themselves, and others for a journey of following Christ authentically that would endure for the entire period of their lives.
I guess I've just learned that being open with others really helps me grow in not only my relationship with them, but also with God.
Quest was a transformative year for me in just learning about who I am and my part in community, I think. I came into Quest as a very introverted, shy kind of person, and Quest really was the start of breaking open that shell that I had and allowing people to get to know me.
It just encouraged me to keep growing, encouraged me to become that mature person.
Previous to my experience at Columbia, I had struggled with anxiety and just an anxious state of mind. And my time at Quest really changed that for me. I spent a lot of time talking to people and just learning about spiritual disciplines and prayer and times of solitude with God. And I just really learned what it means to just rest in God and find confidence in who I am as a child of God.
My time at Columbia in Quest taught me how to pursue freedom from painful relationships, and also that being a follower of Christ, it permeates every aspect of your life.
My time at Columbia was two parts. I did a year of Quest and then also a year after that in biblical studies, and both years were fantastic and a lot. One of the biggest things that impacted my life and that has inspired me has been having people intentionally build into my life and invest in me. And so that led me to Salts, where I now work. And Salts is a place where we teach kids how to sail and where we get opportunities every day to speak into their lives.
One thing I found amazing about CBC was just the intentionality of the overlap of the content even among the different courses. An example of this is one time we had to, for spiritual formations, memorize the Sermon on the Mount, and then we're studying it at the same time in New Testament class. Sometimes it was really tough, making you ask questions that you weren't really used to, but for the purpose of discipleship, it's an incredible way to learn.
One of the big impacts that my time at CBC has had is just really changed a way that I focus on my relationships with myself, with God, and with those around me. a specific example of that would be just in how my focus on God as creator has been shaped, and seeing us as created in God's image has really affected how I choose to interact with others and how I view myself and focus on that.
One really impactful thing I learned at CBC was just that I was dreaming too small, and that God's given us this huge world with so many adventures and so many opportunities, and they're all right there at your doorstep if you're willing to go out and pursue them.